Hey everyone, Perry Osnes, Vice President of Legislative Affairs with Compeer Financial. U.S. agriculture received a dose of good news over the weekend with the announcement that the U.S. and Canada had reached an agreement that would allow for a revised NAFTA agreement to go forward between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. If you recall, one of the major differences the U.S. had with Canada as it relates to agriculture was Canada's dairy pricing system for Class 7 dairy products. That provision that Canada had in place will be eliminated as part of this agreement. The U.S. will be allowed some additional market access for dairy exports going into that country as well. All good news for our dairy producers. The big thing, though, with this whole agreement is the fact that some of the export opportunities that U.S. has enjoyed with Mexico, specifically for commodities like pork, dairy exports will be maintained. Mexico is the largest market for U.S. pork by volume, and it's the largest export market for U.S. dairy products, primarily cheese. So the fact that some of those markets can be maintained with this agreement is very positive news, along with the fact that it'll be beneficial for corn and soybeans as well as a number of other crops. So the next step for this agreement, which now actually is being called the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement, will be that all three countries will have to ratify the agreement. This means that in the U.S., Congress will ultimately have to ratify this agreement. Most people don't expect that to happen yet this year, probably sometime in 2019. So the attention will turn now to looking at the details of the agreement, hopefully building some support to get this agreement approved by Congress in 2019 to allow for this important market for U.S. agriculture to continue with both Mexico and Canada. Quick Farm Bill update. September 30th passed. The four conferees were unable to reach an agreement, which means that we aren't really operating under a Farm Bill right now. USDA is committed to try to work in the interim to make sure that the current programs that are in place for this marketing year will remain in effect. The conferees are expected to continue to meet in October. Right now the goal is to try to reach an agreement that then could be passed by Congress in a lame duck session after the November elections. If we get closer to the end of the year, then there'll be discussions about, well, does there need to be an extension, or hopefully there'll be a new bill passed by that, but stay tuned for those details. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.